Hello, hello, hi there. Welcome to Invitation to Hyperfixation. I'm your host, Alaura. This is a podcast where we deep dive into your favorite people's favorite things, the things that they can't stop talking about, obsessing over, loving. And who knows, at the end of it, you might have something to bring to your next trivia game. Today's guest, we have a storyteller in every sense of the word, whether she's crafting lyrics on making you feel better, about gushing about her crazy favorite fantasy book obsessions. It is Nicole. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm really excited about this one.
Really?
I'm such a book girly, but I forget to tell people that I can read.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people think that I'm Jared. I'm 19. I never learned how to read.
Oh my gosh.
So your topic is books. We're going into fantasy, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. If
Absolutely
I
love fantasy.
was someone who didn't know, I'm an alien. I've come to Earth, and I'm like, what is book?
Yes.
How would you describe your favorite style of book to me?
I would say, well, fantasy, right? So it's something that's not set in everyday world, just something that's completely made up. I would say usually for me it's medieval based, right?
Ooh, yes.
Kings, queens, medieval, forests and stuff like that. Definitely every sense of the 21st century doesn't exist over there. That's how I would describe it.
I love this. I love this with my whole heart because part of me, as soon as I hear that, I'm like, oh my goodness, Chapel Roan singing "Good Luck, Baby" at the VMAs, just her.
Yeah.
I'm like, delicious. Okay, why should I care? Why should I want to read fantasy books?
I think it's just a really fun, creative way to kind of escapism.
Mm-hmm.
Just to escape this world. And not that, I mean, there's things in this world that are wrong, but not that there's anything wrong with it.
No.
But I just it's fun and creative to be able to go into this other world. And for me, the thing that I love about reading is that you kind of put yourself in the character's shoes. So it's kind of you're living it. So it's a little bit of adventure after your 9 to 5. I don't know. That's how I see it. Yeah.
I absolutely love that because I do feel like it's a little divine escapism into a world that you might not usually be a part of.
Yeah.
I want to pretend that I'm freely frolicking around the fields.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think I can do that in downtown LA. But I could in a book. So
right.
What got you into reading? Do you have a book that you were like, yeah, that kind of sparked it for me? That was the one that made me go, oh, I kind of want more.
Yeah, I've always been a reader
Yes.
since I was 7 or before that maybe. Yeah. My mom was just always giving me books, and I was kind of eating them up at one point. Yeah. So I would say the first few books that got me into reading, they were probably younger books. I don't really remember, but the first top of mind in the fantasy realm that I remember is The Glass Spare.
Ooh, what's that one about?
I know a lot of people don't know about it, but I really like it. It's this girl that she finds out that when she touches people or anything that's a living item, like plants, it turns into stone, like gemstone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's the original Elsa. Jeepers.
In a way. Oh but it's kind of worse because the way that she finds out about it is that she touches her brother to save him from falling into this I think it's a waterfall or something, and he turns into gemstone. And so yeah, he passes away, but she doesn't know why she even has this power. Yeah. So the book is kind of, well, one, her father exiles her from the kingdom because they were the royal family and he was the heir.
Yeah.
But she goes into this journey of well, why am I like this? So it's kind of against yourself, not, what is it when it's society versus the character, but it's her versus herself in a way, because she's trying to figure out why she's like this.
Introspective. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't, in that book there's no set magic, there's no, not everyone has magic either, so it's very out of character for her to just be able to do this.
Yeah.
But that's one of the first ones I remember really enjoying.
Was it a series? Was it a standalone?
It is. It's a duology. I think the other one is called Something Air. It's been a while. So The Glass Spare and then Something Air is the second one.
They kind of rhyme.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
I think she did it on purpose. And then I don't know why the pages are very they're really pretty. They're kind of rough. I don't know how to describe it. Kind of old style pages.
It makes it when people do good packaging on books.
Yeah.
I'm this is my shit.
Yeah, and that was before packaging now was a thing. And I was just wait, this is so cool. I want the second one just to have it. But then obviously I read it because that's really when she went into why do I have these powers? Yeah.
Oh my god. I think we were talking about earlier, the one that got me in was Uglies. I'm really heavy dystopian.
Yeah.
Love fantasy. Love a good dystopian as well. Anything in the real world, I'm I could just read my psychology textbooks to understand why I like this.
Yeah.
Genuinely. But it's Uglies by Scott Westfield.
Okay, I haven't read it, actually.
Okay, so basically, you live in a society where at 16, everyone gets plastic surgery to make them pretty. It's just a social thing, and everyone's so excited about it.
Yeah.
However, you have some people who don't want to do it. This girl, she's like, I really want this. She meets his best friend who's like, we're going to do it together. We have birthdays the day after each other. It's perfect. Her best friend goes missing. So she...
Oh.
Like, it happens in the first chapter. Her best friend's like, I'm out.
Really? Oh my gosh.
The government's like, okay, well, we're going to send you to follow the best friend to not get the pretty surgery. And if you do not get her back, you don't get to come pretty. And she's like, guys,
why didn't they put it on her, though?
Legitimately, they're like, we think you can infiltrate. They call them the rusties.
Yeah.
Like the people who don't want surgery. They kind of go off grid. They're hard to find. They're kind of messing around with the government systems and like just being themselves, you know? But she has to go on this adventure to go find this girl. And she's like,
oh my God. But does she have like the skills to find her? Or they just really were like, no, you're in charge?
They were like, go ahead. Like, they'll give her some like light stuff. Like they have hoverboards. It's like a main plot point in this thing. So they're all like running around on their hoverboards and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And at one point they're talking about a roller coaster.
Okay.
But they no longer have roller coasters. This is thousands of years in the future. It's just not a thing because metal became a depleted resource.
Yeah.
So why would you have a roller coaster? The hoverboards work on metal. And she's going around and she's describing it. And like I reread it recently and I'm like, she's describing a roller coaster. She's riding it like a really old roller. Like, as a kid, I'm like, wow, that's a crazy thing that she's riding right there. That's it. It loop-de-loops, and my brain was just like,
right. And now you're like, I've ridden one of those actually.
Yeah, I'm like, wow,
it's not that crazy.
But like the way they describe things that are so like magazines as well, they're like paper's no longer a thing in their like society.
Okay,
so they're like, we found a magazine. There's pictures of people with unsymmetrical faces.
Oh my gosh.
in here.
Well, does she find her friend?
She finds a friend, but it becomes this whole like thing. It's like a 4-part series. He wrote a what happens when they write books before a prequel?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I was like, what happens? A prequel, and now he has like a more in the future. He has 2 more. They did recently make it into a movies on Netflix. It doesn't exist. We don't acknowledge that. It could have been so good.
Oh, okay. So they did, but they butchered it, is what you're saying. Oh,
like,
okay.
Anyone who was a pretty just basically had the bold face filter on TikTok.
I was like, why does that sound familiar? I haven't seen it, but I've seen the thing pop up, the uglies. Oh,
it could have been so good, but like I just feel
that's like the worst thing. That's why sometimes I'm like the books that I love, I don't even know if I want them to make it because if you're gonna do it where it looks very like tacky or just not well done, it's like okay, I'd rather it live in my head where it's like perfect. So
I just feel like they didn't have the budget for it.
Yeah.
And if they had like a really intense budget, they might have.
Yeah.
But I watched it with a friend and she was there like,
she's like, what's this?
she hadn't read it. So she's like, this is a movie. Like, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's not great. And I was just there like,
you're like, no, it's like being torn apart. I don't like this.
My childhood. Oh,
it's like,
no.
You know, they're making Fourth Wing into a show, right?
This. Yeah.
Yes.
How do we feel?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I want it to be good.
Same.
Oh, I heard somebody say, so since the source material, like the book, isn't like too heavy on like a lot of details, that could be easier to transform into like a script.
Oh, 100%.
Which means if they do it right, they have a better chance of doing it right, is what I'm saying.
So I like also think because it's a series, they can spend more time on world building and like could be better, but I also don't know.
Because there's like
dying.
You're good, don't die.
Thank you.
There's like a lot of things that I've seen like in the works or like in the possibility. What was another one? Not Akatar. There was another one.
Oh, the her other one. I saw the Sarah J. Maas one. It's Silver Flame? No. It's the Assassin's Blade?
I think so. I think it's the Assassin's Blade. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how they make them. We'll see how they come out.
I'm okay. Like I feel like especially with the dragons, there's so much dragon stuff right now that I'm like, at least we know we had the technology for it. Like,
well, like, have you seen How to Train Your Dragon that just came out?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I haven't. I'm excited. I really want to see it. That looked pretty good, honestly. So I'm kind of excited if they can do that with a proper budget. Like, I think they could recreate really good books. But have you seen When the Moon Hatches?
I've heard such good things. It's currently like top of my TBR. Yes. Have you?
I've only read half of it.
How are you feeling?
It's so good.
Yeah.
And I'm forgetting details because there's a lot to unpack. Like, I think I probably have to read that like 3 times to like know all of the lore and everything. Mm-hmm. But so when a dragon dies, it becomes a moon and it goes into the sky. Yes. And then that's like linked to their like magic system, which is also really unique and cool. So like there's like 5 gods that they derive their magic from. So if they can hear their whispers in the wind, they can turn that into like magic. So it's based off of the elements of like fire, water, air, and whatever other elements.
Avatar.
Yeah, whatever else there is to complete the 5. And it's just really cool because that book did not go where I thought it was going.
No.
And I feel like a lot of books these days are kind of predictable.
A little bit.
And it's fine. Yeah. Like, I'm fine with that. But I did not know, like, it started out with this girl working for, like, a rebellion group that, like, tries to save the oppressed. And I'm like, cool. Like, it's a little cliche in a way, but, like, I'm here for it. The writing style is, like, really, really beautiful and nice. And they were starting to give you that, like, lore, right? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, it's, like, it's heavy. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, she's, like, in this, like, jail. And there is a male lead. So the male lead finds her. And it's supposed to be enemies to lovers, but you can't even call it that because you know that guy knows her from her past life. So all of a sudden, it's like dropped on you like, I don't know how many pages in, but it's not mentioned in the beginning that she doesn't remember a good portion of her life.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, what? I don't want to spoil it for you. Okay. And I didn't even finish it yet.
Damn.
So yeah. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Did they mention that in the beginning? Because I don't think they did. Like, she was just living her life, and I'm like, yeah, like, I mean, she's in this rebel group, her friend, like, something happens to her and, like, stuff. Yeah. And, yeah, so all of a sudden, she's like, yeah, like, I don't remember, like, this, like, whole portion of my life. Like, but, like, and this guy is, like, acting like he knows her.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, girl, you don't think that maybe you know him? If you don't remember your life?
Oh my God. Do people know that she doesn't know? Or are they just like...
No, like nobody really knows her. Like she's not like besides the people she works for in the rebel group, like people don't like know her. So the cool thing about the book is like I thought like the rebel story was gonna stay for a bit.
Yeah.
No, like after he breaks her out of prison, they just end up going on their own journey.
Oh wow.
And I don't know if they end up going back to that rebel plot, because I haven't finished the book yet.
We're working on it.
So far, it has definitely, like, it's changed completely. And it's just a really good blend of, like, world building, magic, dragon, storytelling, like, everything you want in a book. And, like, it's definitely plot driven. There's romance, but, like, it's not, like, only romance.
I love that.
It's a great balance. I love it.
Personally, when it's just romance driven, like, the main character's just doing things for love, I'm like...
Yeah.
It's not bad, and I'm not just yucking anyone's yum. It's just not my kind of yum. I'm just like, I want world building.
It's more realistic, I feel. Yeah. At least, like, if I'm reading it, like, of course I want to have some connection to the character, and, like, I wouldn't do that in real life. No. I'd be like, well, no, we've got, like, really major problems happening. Yeah. We need to address these first. So
it's giving when, like, it's at the Hunger Games, and it's PETA and whatever his other name is. Like, the world is dying. Everyone's dying. I've got to fight a rebellion. Do you love us?
Yeah, basically. You're like, we have other priorities right now. Like, yeah. So, and it's very cool because she also doesn't do a complete 180 when she meets the guy she doesn't remember either. Yeah. So it's like, it's a really good book.
I am so excited to read it because I've heard such good things and I'm just like, it's so close right now. I'm like, it's almost done.
Definitely, like, I'm probably gonna have to read it a few times because it is dense. Like, the lore is, I'm gonna have to go back and reread it too, just to be like, hey, where are we in the story? Yeah.
I love.
But it's good.
Currently, I'm reading For Whom the Bell Tolls by JC. I forget her last name. She's the TikTok, if you've ever seen Hell's Bells, and it's like the help desk in hell. It's just...
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's her. She's written her first book, and anytime a TikToker writes a book, like even I have a poetry book and I'm afraid of what people are going to say because it's like, oh wow, you had feelings one time. I'm like, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I'm always a bit like, oh, like it could be good. It could be bad. Like, who knows? It is so well written and the characters are so deep dived into and it just feels like there's so much love and care in this book. That. While also being like funny and deep hearted and talking about really tough issues that are tough. Like they're hard to navigate. And she does it with like such... Love it. I'm like halfway through and I'm like, I love every second of this. Like, this is so awesome. Nice. Like, but genuinely, because right now in Australia, there's this guy that just got a poetry, like not a poetry deal. He got a book series or at least one book.
Oh, okay.
He has never written anything.
Ever. Oh, okay.
So everyone's kind of like,
why?
He's like great on book talk, but he's new to book talk. And he's like, we're all like, good on him. Maybe he wrote something and submitted it to a publisher and they loved it. And maybe that's how he got it. But like the rumor is that he's never written before and he just got a traditional book deal and everyone's like,
You're like, what? How? Well, that's like
Yeah.
one thing, like, even for me, because someday I really want to
You
write
were
a fantasy
saying,
book.
and I'm excited about
badly,
this.
so badly. But I was like telling my manager one day, I was like, the day that comes out, that's going to be a very big shock for everybody if I don't talk about it now or like start to like, like on my, And then I think I told you that I started mixing my music with fantasy.
So good.
And that was a part of it was because like, oh, like I can be more creative this way and kind of like make something that hasn't existed. But then the other part was when I do come out with a book, it's not going to be like, wait, why is she writing a fantasy book?
It's not going to like be like, well, bam, she's got this. It's just going to be like, she's been building to this for so long.
Right. It's something I really want to do. I mean, like, when I was a kid, the first thing I said I wanted to be, like when they asked you in school, was an author.
Oh my God.
That has never changed. I really want an author.
I said I wanted to be a podiatrist.
Really?
I hate feet. Like,
oh my gosh.
I don't know. I had a friend whose dad
do you
was
still?
one. No, I don't. Like,
you never know.
Look, I was a foot masseuse for a little bit. Like, because I was a beauty therapist and they teach you that. And I was like, I hate it.
Oh. I can see that.
So I was just in the dark with people's feet and like while they were getting facials and I was like,
you're like, I don't like this.
I'm like,
checked out. I don't know what little kid me was thinking.
I don't even know. But like, because you're into music and because you're into this, I'm assuming that you've done this before, but I would love to hear your thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever like read a book and been listening to the playlist like with the book or like just going on Spotify and been like,
I actually haven't done this. The only time that I've done this is sometimes I read like indie books on Wattpad. Sometimes they'll put like a song.
So good.
And it's good because it doesn't entice the story in like a chapter. And I love that. But I haven't done it like on my own, like with a book. I can't concentrate. That's the thing. I can't listen to music and do something else.
I started going to the gym about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, by myself. Before then, I was like, I'm going with friends. But I was like, oh, I'm an adult. I can go by myself.
Oh, that's such a mood.
It's such a, like, it's terrifying. I'd only go late at night. Like, because I'd be like, yep, no one's going to talk to me. And now I know what I'm doing. But a couple times I did put on, like, Training Like a Valerian from like Acast.
Wait, you did?
It hypes you up so good. I saw a girl being like, if you do this, you will have the best workout. And I was like, okay.
Wait, I saw a girl that was like, you know what I think about when I'm like, I don't want to finish like my workout or my reps. Like I think about all the girls in the book that are going through trauma and pain. And it's so funny because I do kickboxing.
Oh my God, yes.
And part of the reason is because I do love these books. And that is part of the reason.
Yes.
I saw this girl that she's like, she completely changed her life because not only did she learn like a fighting style, but she learned how to horseback ride and archery.
God,
and I was like, that's my dream.
Yes.
So right now I have conquered kickboxing. I've been doing it for 2.5 years.
Amazing.
And I do think of like
the
warrior people when I'm like, oh, I can't do it today.
Be a warrior.
But archery is my next one. Oh my God.
You're gonna have so much fun. Yes. Oh my God. I remember really when like the Hunger Games came out and everyone was doing it and they were like, I feel like Katniss Everdeen.
Oh my gosh,
but now there are so many strong, empowered like characters in books that I'm like, oh, I want to learn how to like, I want to be able to throw stuff around and like kick and fight and just scream my lungs out about this. Yeah. I don't want to be the one that they're like, and then there was this hero that came along. She knew nothing.
Right.
At least I can read. That book pet peeves.
You have got that. You know who doesn't have that? Feyre.
Any Sarah J. Maas character. Like,
she can't read, so.
Why? It's one of my biggest pet peeves when the female protagonist specifically cannot read. I'm like, yeah, contextually I understand. Yeah. But sometimes, like, given, they're like, women don't need to read, but, like, it makes me so mad. So, like, I'm like, literally over here, like, oh my God. Yeah.
You know, she taught herself what she needed to know, which was hunting.
Did.
So there you go.
She did what she needed to do to bring, like.
That's true.
In another series that Sarah J. Maas has, and there's another character that can't read as well, and I'm like,
yeah. You're just like, okay.
I'm like, what are we doing? Like,
so you have a step up, though. Yeah. You can read, so that's great.
Read. Yes. So at least I've got that going for me. Would I enter a face circle? Yeah. Yeah, I would. Like, I'd be like, they'd be
sounds fun.
They'd be like, what's your name? And I'd be like, Alaura.
I mean, you have like a really pretty name, so honestly, you already fit. You're like already in there.
A fairy. They got my name from like a high fantasy movie. Actually, that's where.
No way, did they?
The movie Willow, like a George Lucas film.
Really?
She's a sacrifice baby.
Hey, that's cool though.
Yeah, I love that for me.
So you were like born to like fantasy things.
Oh
then.
yeah.
Okay, got
My
it.
parents were good Christian people, and they were like, we got good Christian names. Fantasy name. What did they think I would do? Like, I'm like, you thought I'd be a traditional Christian girl? No. I'm gonna go fight beasts in the woods.
Right.
What is your book pet peeve, if you have any?
A pet peeve?
You're like, I don't like this.
I don't really like love triangles. I know that's more in the romance drama, but I don't like it.
I'm like, because like it's painful, and I'm also it's confusing. Like
It's yeah. I think the reason I don't like it is because I think the main character usually is just like going back and forth, and I'm like, girl, I feel like you should know. Like, or at least like even if you are a little confused, like if it's like a very light, like if it's like a thought but not like a full on love triangle, I'm okay with that.
yeah, I'm like,
But I feel like with every love triangle I've read, there's some kind of like ego driven like dominance, whether it's from the girl or from one of the guys or
Yep.
everybody, that I'm just like, we all need to chill out.
exactly. I'm like the casual crush every once in a while. It makes sense. It doesn't matter who I'm dating. There'll always be a mild love for Danny DeVito in there.
Yeah.
But like, it's the ego driven ones that I'm like, this is toxic.
Yeah.
And none of your friends are going to be like, hey,
Yeah.
that is a walking red flag. Like,
well, it's like I told you, I'm okay with reading, like, if something is, like, not really the best written or, like,
Yeah.
the best world building, I'm okay with reading that.
I'm okay with
It's
that.
just really ironic that I really
like, not that.
if I see it on, like, the back of a book, I'm like, that's gonna be a no, probably. Unless there's, like, something very interesting about it, like, maybe the magic or, like, the plot line. I'm like, okay, I think I can do this, but
And I love that.
I think the only love triangle that I've read was Hunger Games.
Yep.
And that was it, to be honest. I don't think I read anything after that because I'm just like, no, it's okay.
I'm like, I'm good. I'm so good. Thank you so much.
Or like, I started reading Light Lark. I didn't finish it, but I know there's a love triangle in there.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
I think I did the same. I started it. Then I was like,
Yeah, and then you didn't read it.
which I feel really awful. Like, I don't like putting down books. Like,
Me
I
neither.
read Wicked, and I was done by the second chapter. But I was like, no, I gotta get through this.
And I will get through it someday. It's on my
Someday.
shelf. I can't leave it unread forever.
No.
But no, I haven't read it. But I see like on Book Talk like the love triangle, and people are like, no. I guess apparently that love triangle though is like people like both characters, so that's good because Hunger Games, like there was definitely
a side.
There was a side,
Yeah.
So
Look, the other one, I never read it, but I watched it, was the love triangle in Twilight.
okay.
But for me, I was like, there's a clear answer here, and it's her dad. Like,
Oh my gosh, I've actually never read Twilight.
I haven't either. I just watched the movies, and I was like, I'm team her dad. Like, just everyone's being so chaotic, and she's like, he's just there like a responsible parent, a single dad who works 2 jobs and loves his kids. He never stops.
Yes.
I'm like, he's just so sensible. She's like, I hate you, Dad. Jeez.
No, and that's like not even just for that, because I've only seen the first movie of that one, but I agree. But like a lot of other like stories you like look back on and you're like, you know, the parents were actually right here.
Really reasonable.
Like Ariel and like
Yeah.
the Little Mermaid.
So reasonable.
She's like, no, I'm gonna go live with the people. Like, you don't know them.
He's like, sushimi is a thing, girl. Like,
Yeah, literally.
but genuinely, I don't. Yeah, there's sometimes I'm like, the parents actually like are just trying
They're
to
making
protect you.
sense. And when you're a kid, you're like, no, they're not making sense. But actually, like, they are.
Yeah, I'm like, as like reading YA these days,
Yeah.
I try not to read it as much because I know that I'm not the intended audience, and sometimes I just get frustrated. But occasionally I will, just because I want that juicy, like, just I want a palate cleanser, and that's what that is. But reading YA and then being like, I'm so mad about this, I'm like, girl, you're 13. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's not the end of the world. You're not gonna die. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite book trope that you're like, yeah?
Yeah. Enemies to lovers.
It is so good.
I love enemies to lovers. If we're talking about romance, if we're talking about just like the book in general, I like when the main character is like has magic but like is oppressed.
Yes.
I like that.
I
like going past the oppression and rising above.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be like non-romance related, but romance related, enemies to lovers.
Romance related, I do love the one bed trope. Just for like,
yeah.
I love it when it's done well, but also terribly. Like when they're like,
actually, I agree.
Yeah, they're like, there was only one bed. I'll sleep on the floor. I'm like, that's relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I love that. And like anything that has good levels of friendship. I'm just like, okay, like you want their characters to be built out well, even if they're not occasionally, I'm fine with it. But when there's like good side characters that are just like, no, we care about you. We're
Found
thinking.
family.
Yes.
I really love found family.
Here for fan
actually.
family. I'm like, yeah. So 2 of my absolute favorites, especially in fantasy.
Yeah.
Because like you've been dropped into a world that makes no sense, and they're like, oh no, we got you.
And you're probably about to die multiple times. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you need a good found family. You might die. They might save you for real.
Legitimately. Because otherwise, you dead in the water. Like the amount of like books that would just have ended, like got dropped into the world and then like died instantly if they weren't there. I'm like, that's fair. That's valid.
Literally.
Oh my God. What are you currently reading?
So right now I'm reading The Inadequate Heir, which is the third book in Danielle Jensen's series, The Bridge Kingdom.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, I really like The Bridge Kingdom.
Okay.
It was the first book. It was the first book in a while that I ate it up. Like I ate it. I just did it really fast. And have you read it?
I have not.
Okay,
I'm so excited.
What entices people to read it, at least that's what I saw in a video, and I was like, I want to read that.
Yeah.
Is she kills her family in the first chapter?
What?
The first chapter is not even that long. She kills like all 12 of her sisters.
What?
And that's how the book. So there's a kingdom.
Okay.
Ithacana.
Yes.
And she's a part of Meridrina. That's her kingdom.
Ooh.
So the kingdom of Ithacana is the bridge kingdom, and they have an actual bridge that controls like all of the ports between all of the kingdoms.
Okay.
So they have a lot of power and money because of the trade. Like they control everything.
Yeah.
So a lot of people want that, the bridge.
Of course.
So Meridrina is one of those people, and they decided on a peace treaty years and years ago that the princess of Meridrina would marry the future king.
Yes.
And that's where the book starts.
Okay.
So
kind of weird,
she kills all 12 of her sisters
she
to become the princess.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm not going to say too much because I really don't want to spoil it, but I love that book. And so The Inadequate Heir is like side characters from that first book, but like going on their own adventure because Meridrina also is at war with Valcata, which is another kingdom.
These are such good names.
Yeah, I know, right? But that kingdom, like, it's actually a war for them. Like, they've been, like, fighting, losing lives for so many years. And, yeah, that's a whole other story. But I just love how I'm seeing the perspective of two side characters in that story as if they're the main characters. Because for me, when I write, I love, like, getting different perspectives, like, just in general.
I love it so much.
And, like, right now, one of the main characters of the third book is the brother of the girl from the first book.
Ooh.
And he's like, she's evil. She needs to die. And I'm just like, oh, my gosh. Because once you hear her point of view, like, she's not that at all.
No.
But it's just really funny that he thinks that.
Outsider's perspective, he's like, this girl is insane. Like,
yeah. So that's why you never believe in rumors if you don't know the whole story. That's what I learned by reading that. Because he was like, no. And I was like, oh, my God, if only you knew.
Oh, my God.
Like, she didn't make the best decisions.
No, but like, she had
context
to survive.
is needed.
Context is, context clues, but like, how do you feel about, were you reading this or were you audibling it? How do you feel about?
Oh, I read. I don't know why. I can't really focus when I like hear like audible like books or something. But no, I read it.
Are you audible isn't a thing, or are you like whatever it takes for you to read?
Audible isn't a thing usually.
Okay. That's fair. Look,
do you use Audible?
I do, but only like if I'm at work.
Okay.
I will be like putting in data entry and I'll be having something in my ear just because my brain likes that type of like double stimulation.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's fine. But if I really like it, I am buying it because I want to support the author. And if I have my hands, I can actually read it. But if I need to be hands-free, I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So
well, that's good that you can do that.
Yeah.
I like physical books. I also don't like reading like because I have a Kindle. It's like a really old Kindle.
Same.
Like once again, like I think when I was 10, so 2010 kind of Kindle.
We love.
She
do. Still works, and that's what matters.
That is what matters, and she probably works because I don't use it. But I like reading on it, but like I prefer the physical book. I don't know why.
It would be book, Audible, then the Kindle for me. Like the Kindle is like on the lowest rung. I am not against people using it. I'm just personally, for some reason, that just isn't. My brain doesn't like that. And I'm like, okay, we know that about myself. And that's
Although
okay.
I will say, I saw at Best Buy the other day the newer Kindles.
Ooh.
Because now they look like actual book pages, right?
That's amazing.
With new technology. And I actually kind of liked how it looked.
I
don't know if I would read it, like buy one, but like I was like, wait, I can see why people like it. Because it doesn't look like my old one.
Okay, I'm used to the ones that just look like little squares. They kind of just got a big phone and they're kind of that like bright white light.
Right. Like, so still the square, but it's like, it looks like a page. Like I thought it was off, to be honest. I thought it was like on a display mode, and then I touched it and I was like, oh, this is like how it looks now. Like it's kind of
pretty cool. I can definitely get behind that. Yeah, I genuinely both. I do for both. Yeah, especially because now Spotify has the whole option where you can read books on Spotify, and
That's true. That's true. I mean, my mom reads a lot of books on Audible. Like she loves it, and I started reading one for like a class I'm taking, but like not like I haven't got into like reading fantasy on Audible.
So fair.
Yeah,
we love Audible's just sponsored this podcast. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness, have you ever written a song based on something you're reading?
Based on something I'm reading. No, but that's what I want to do. Yes. That's like what is in the works, I would say, because the two songs that I'm like kind of moving into that fantasy genre right now I already like pre-wrote, right? So I'm like tweaking it a little bit, but it's not based off a book.
Okay.
But I kind of want to make one based off a book.
I love that. Your own book or something that's already out there?
Something that's already out there, but also like because I want to create my own book, I would love to do something that's like maybe have an EP of like 5 songs that have to do with a book that I wrote. I feel like that'd be so cool.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yes.
I have a friend who's an author, and anytime she releases, like anytime there's a song, she's like, this is so, I always forget the name of the city that's in her book. I'd have it. It's Silver Mist. No, that's not it. That's another girl's book that I'm reading. She literally will be like, this is so this coded. I'm like, yes, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it is. And I love that because there's just inspiration in everything. So hell yeah. You have 2 songs that you released recently, right?
Yes.
What were they? Because I did check them out.
Oh, you did?
I was like, oh my goodness, they sound incredible. But I was like, this is so fantasy coded. This is like the name of it alone. I was like, this is fantasy coded.
So it's so funny because those 2 songs, that was before I had the fantasy idea. Yeah. I had an idea, and they're rough versions, right? The official studio versions haven't come out. But
we're lucky.
Yeah. Yes.
The people have been fed today, and they failed well.
Yes. So it's Rapunzel's Tower.
That was it.
And Mirror Image.
Yes.
And so I wrote those songs because I have, like I said, I've always liked fantasy stuff. So I was like, oh, like what if I did like an EP or an album that was like everything was kind of like fantasy or like sci-fi themed a little bit. Yeah. And that's why they have those names. But now that I've decided to like really transition and not just like leave it at the names, but like actually kind of sonically like make that sound and just make that my whole like sound.
I love that so
It's like, it's a different level, right? Because before it was like just a mini, like it's a mini thing. But now it's like, I think I want to make it my whole thing.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
It is like, genuinely, I was reading these names. I was like, oh, this is so coded.
Yeah. So actually, okay, I didn't do it on purpose, but I realized Rapunzel's Tower in a way, you know, in Akatar, when we don't like the first guy anymore. Okay. He has a lot of different names. Yeah. So that, there's like one title in my song that's like, what was once beauty is now a beast. What was once safe is now a nightmare.
Oh my God, yes.
And I think that's him
that is perfect. So perfectly him.
And I didn't do it on purpose. Like it just happened that way.
And we love, okay, that's going on to the Akatar playlist. All the girlies, you heard it here first. We're about to have another song for Akatar playlist.
I mean, you heard it here because I don't think I've said it, but I think that's the song that I want to like put first out like this year, like as the studio like official one. I think Rapunzel's Tower is the one I want to do.
So good.
Just because it has like that pop rock vibe already. Yeah. But then like I'm gonna add like those fantasy elements, which will be cool. But yeah, I saw that line and I was like, wait, that kind of relates to that book. So.
Genuinely, yes.
But in the future, it would be cool to do like on purpose, like write a song that's like inspired by this book.
Inspired by this.
Yeah.
Have you started writing it? Or you have the ideas up here?
I have the idea up here. I have started writing other songs that are like fantasy themed, but there's like another one that it's I guess it's like based off of every single warrior princess or not warrior princess you've ever heard of, but it's Her Thorns, and it's about women empowerment, and it's also a work in progress. I posted a video of it recently just to like kind of see like what people would say about it, and someone was like, this is beautiful, and I was like, wait, that's such a good like reaction because I don't like it completely yet, like it's still like it needs work, but that was cool for like a first like rough thing.
So good.
And it's like spirit of the wild soothes her inner child, her thorns, I am not folklore, no, stronger at her core, I am not folklore. So that was definitely one of the first songs I wrote trying to like think of like the fantasy world. Yeah.
Book Talk's gonna eat this shit up. And I'm so here for it.
Yes.
Freaking when we got our hands on, was it Ordinary by Alex Warren?
I know.
This is Book Talk.
That was playing in the car on the way here. I was like, oh my gosh.
I know. I love when Book Talk just goes, this is ours now.
This is ours. It's claimed. I went to a fantasy ball last month, with a friend, but she's not on Book Talk and she doesn't read fantasy. Yep. And so she didn't know a lot of the songs, and I'm over here like every song they were playing, I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to get on the dance floor. And she's like, wait, why do you know these? And I'm like, probably most people in the room know them. Yeah. She's like, oh.
It's just Book Talk coded, baby.
Yeah.
I went to one recently, and it was like a publisher did this whole event, and it was Tortured Poets Department, but it was like the Tortured Books Department, and it was a bunch of these like books, and they were playing all the albums of things that like Book Talk were going on. I was like so there for it. Yeah. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Exactly.
Taylor Swift and Book Talk, and I was just like, here we go.
Perfect.
The best part. Like, it was a great event. Thank you, Simon & Schuster. But the best part was at the end, we were all looking around like, oh, there's all these books. This is so kind. They're like, okay, so we're going to give you a box. Take as many as you'd like.
The books?
Yeah.
Oh.
I legitimately left with a box like this big, and I was like, oh my god, like just full of books. And I was like, I got like a special edition of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is one of my favorite
I haven't read
books.
that. That's on my TBR.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like just every unexpected twist and turn and everyone's perspective.
Gosh.
Delicious. But like I was just there like, yeah, like
you're like, I got all these. They're mine now.
Literally, I took them back and like went to the group chat and I was like, guys, guess who just updated our library? Because no book is just mine.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Yeah, I have a friend who's doing a podcast, Smut for Sluts.
Oh.
Slut for Smuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got what you were saying.
Yeah, thank you. And he just reads like this terrible smut books.
Oh my gosh.
And he just experiences them. So we gave him, was it Ice Skater? Like the really, it like looks like a children's book. Yeah.
Icebreaker. That's what you're saying. I haven't read it, but I know what you're talking about.
I read it. Sometimes in books, and especially this one, I wonder how many hands are there? Because there just seem to be a lot of hands in a lot of places, and I'm like, I'm counting more than 4.
Oh my gosh. No, that's crazy. No, I only know of that book from the fact that it looks like a children's book.
Yes.
And like it was going viral, like, oh, this is in the wrong section because like Barnes and Noble workers were putting it in the wrong section. They were like, you can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Like, people being like, I just bought this for my 11-year-old, and me being like,
yeah. You're like,
maybe
don't do
like,
that.
Like, I'm so sorry that this happened. Maybe we don't do that. But like, so funny though.
Yeah.
It's actually, the first one I was like, it's all right. It's definitely smut. And it's smut driven. But like, just him reading it because he reads it in his like fake back chair with like a fake fire in the corner. He's just like, and then he did.
Did he know what he was going into?
He knows that it's smut. But he doesn't know
that's right.
like everything about it. So
Yeah.
he just kind of he goes,
oh my gosh. He's like,
great.
oh, okay.
Genuinely, I'm so excited for it. He's just like filming them now, and I'm like, get it. Like,
yeah.
We just like trying to hype him up and be like, okay, as soon as you do this, I'm about to give you this and this and this, and you're gonna read that chapter from the fourth wing, and like,
oh my
you're
gosh.
gonna go so hard.
Oh my gosh. Wait, sorry.
Yes, please.
So I don't actually read a lot of new adult type books like that.
Fair.
And that took me so aback. For multiple reasons. One, it was never really insinuated throughout the whole book.
No.
And then there's just this like pages. It just didn't stop. And I was like, what's happening?
Genuinely, I was reading it at work, but I like had it in my ear and I had to be like, skip.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. It came so out of left field. I was like, what is happening? I think this is the first book I've owned that has a scene like this, which is like, I mean, I'm an adult, I got it, but like, I was like, what?
But it just came out of nowhere. It's like, bam, you're like,
but to me, what was weird is I was reading this review of Fourth Wing, and someone was saying that the main character, she gives you kind of like 14, 15-year-old vibes.
Yes.
Like, she seems younger, and I was like, yeah, I kind of agree with that. And I said, maybe that's why I was so thrown off when that scene came, because I was like, huh?
To me, she was a child, and then all of a sudden she wasn't, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, like, girl, you do what you need to do.
They broke
like,
the whole like room or the castle. I think they were like in a tower or something.
And they burned the whole thing down. Like, just like they do what they need to do. It is like adults reading it, but I was just like, I also was like,
it really took me aback. I was like, oh, we doing this now,
right? So I'm like, okay, they do be okay. Like,
yeah,
it is 10 out of 10. But the reason I got into that one is one of the funniest ones to me. My friend was reading it, and it's that tree scene where she's up there, and she's like, why do we hate these people hanging out together? That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
They're all helping each other. And then the next line, so when are we going to kill Violet? And like,
yeah.
She's
just like, it's fine, though.
Yeah. She's like, what? So that's how she got me into it. She was reading it. She just started laughing so hard. And I was like, girl,
really?
What happened? And she was like, let me read this to you. And I was like, oh, damn, I'm about to read this book. Like,
and like, it's funny though. And especially because like, it's funny. Like, who cares? It's funny. And then you're just reading it and you're like, girl, some of your action, like, I wouldn't do some of these things, but all right.
But all right. Like, we love to live vicariously through people sometimes. Like, I genuinely sometimes I wonder, would a dragon pick me? And I don't.
Right.
I feel like it picked me when I
That was one thing that I was like reading while I was reading the book before I read any review on it, that the people were saying this too, that I was reading it. I'm like, wait, the dragons are so powerful.
Yeah.
So why are we telling the dragons what to do?
Exactly. Like, what? Why are they listening? Like,
I know. Just like they can literally just like incinerate everybody. Why are we like, oh, actually no, you can't do that. You can't have 2 dragons. What is it? Like, I was like, what?
They could win. They just don't care. I feel like they're so old at that point that they're just like, we're gonna help the humans.
We're just vibing over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genuinely. I think about that
We're
frequently.
bored.
Like, let's have a look at another life form, just see how badly they're messing up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. Like, just when there's characters like that in books, I'm like, you
Right.
are overpowerful. Like OP, like in anime, I'm like,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
OP. Like,
exactly. You're like, wait, this is too much.
genuinely.
But it's funny.
I
And I
like
like
it.
it. Yeah.
I'm here for it. I like a little bit of just silliness sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, this isn't real, and I'm okay with that. Divine
Right.
escapism.
Right.
Now, if people are now obsessed with you and they want to hyperfixate on you,
Oh, yes.
where would they do that? How would they do that?
Yes. At Nicole Marie DLC.
Ooh,
On most socials except for YouTube, it's just Nicole Dela Cruz, which is my name.
very nice.
Yes.
Okay.
And everything is there. I do like comedy skits, but also like I'm going into that fantasy music pop
Yes, we are.
realm. So yeah.
Very nice. Are we also on Goodreads?
We are not on Goodreads. I probably should be on
I
Goodreads.
feel like
It's-
I would love to read your Goodread reviews. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I wasn't someone who read reviews until my friend told me she read reviews.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess I should be doing that. Because it's like, I feel like within the last maybe like 5 years or so, and like largely because of
Yeah.
TikTok,
yes,
like the book industry has just exploded.
100%.
So before that, it was just me and myself and my
Yeah.
books. Like even here today, here talking about books, like I've literally never done this.
oh my God, I'm so
Yeah.
excited because like I don't do this very often. When I get to actually talk about it, I'm like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
let me go. Like,
So,
I
but that's a good idea. I should do that.
I like only just started because I have a friend and she was like, you should do it.
Yeah.
But like anytime I don't like a book, I feel so bad. I'm like, it could be good for this type of audience. I was not. Like, I am not that audience.
Well, I have yet to like really dislike a book, right?
Mm.
So like I just find something about it that I
Yeah.
like, you know?
I'm
So
like-
even if I was reviewing it, I'd be like, but like these are the pluses, right? So
Exactly.
yeah.
Gotta give
And
them pros and cons.
it's always gonna be for somebody else. Like if it's not for you,
Exactly.
somebody else will read it.
I'm like, I love to think about movies and I'm like, this is someone's favorite movie. It might not be mine,
Exactly.
but this is their like ride or die movie. And I think that's so
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're hyperfixated on me now, you can find me at Alaura Abiding Citizen across platforms. I thought that was really funny at the time. Now I just have too many puns about my name, so I might change things up just to keep you on your toes. Do you have any upcoming projects or anything that you would like to discuss or give yourself a little shout out to?
Like I said, that music that's coming out,
Yes.
I'm trying to see if I can do the EP by the end of the year. If not, there
Amazing.
will be a single. So it'll
Yes.
either be the official Rapunzel's Tower or
Please.
Mirror Image. But I think it might be Rapunzel because it's an upbeat and the other one's a ballad.
Fair.
Or maybe both.
Maybe both.
But they will be coming out soon, so stay tuned.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for
I
having
appreciate
me.
you so much. Please know that I love you. I adore you. I wish the best things for you. Drink your sky juice, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And that's it. We did it.
Awesome.
You did so good.
Okay, cool.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
It's like once you get me talking, like I can
Yeah.
talk.
It is just like that first nervous little. Ugh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to Invitation to Hyperfixation. Again, I'm your host, Alaura, and I'm very, very grateful for you being here. This is a limited series podcast with about 10 episodes total, one episode dropping each week. You can find this week's guests' socials linked down below, all the links to them along with my own. If you love the episode and wanted to share your own hyperfixation, I would genuinely love to hear from you, so please feel free to comment, share, email, or DM me. I can't wait to hear from you, and please feel free to follow along so you don't miss an episode. Please know that I love you, I adore you, I wish the best things for you. Drink your sky juice, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!